Once upon a time, in a humble little cottage nestled at the edge of a sun-drenched village, lived a man and his wife. They were simple folk, living a modest life, with just enough to get by. Their days were much like anyone else's, filled with hard work and simple pleasures. But one morning, everything changed. When the man went to the coop to collect eggs for breakfast, he found something truly astonishing. There, in the nest of their favorite goose, was not an ordinary white egg, but one that shimmered and shone with a brilliant, unmistakable glow. It was an egg made of pure, solid gold. You can imagine their shock and delight. A golden egg. They carefully took it to the village jeweler, who confirmed its authenticity and paid them a handsome sum. The couple was overjoyed. Their money worries were over, at least for a while. The next day they rushed to the coop, their hearts pounding with anticipation, and there it was again, another golden egg, just as perfect as the first. This miraculous event continued day after day. Every single morning, their goose would lay one golden egg. They were no longer poor. They bought better clothes, ate finer food, and fixed up their little cottage. They were, by all accounts, incredibly lucky. For a time, they were content. A golden egg a day provided them with a steady, comfortable income. They had everything they needed and more. But as time went on, a new feeling began to creep into their hearts. Impatient, they started to think, one golden egg a day is nice, but we're not getting rich fast enough. It takes so long to save up for the really big things we want. They saw the wealthy merchants in the town with their grand houses and fancy carriages and grew envious. They started to get greedy. One evening, as they sat by the fire counting their coins, a thought struck the man. He turned to his wife and said, "If this goose lays a golden egg every day, just imagine what must be inside it. Its insides must be a treasure trove, a giant lump of solid gold." His wife's eyes widened. The idea took root in her mind as well. They imagined that if they could just get all that gold at once, they would become fabulously wealthy overnight. They wouldn't have to wait day after day for their riches. They could have it all right now. The more they thought about it, the more convinced they became. The desire for instant wealth clouded their judgment, making them forget the wonderful gift they already had. They became obsessed with the idea of the mountain of gold they believed was hidden inside their magical goose. The daily golden egg, which had once been a source of immense joy and security, now seemed like a slow and frustrating trickle. Their greed had completely taken over their reason, so, blinded by their avarice, the man and his wife made a terrible decision. They decided they would kill the goose to get all the gold at once. The very next morning, they carried out their foolish plan. They took the goose, the very source of their good fortune, and killed it. With trembling hands and beating hearts, they cut the bird open, eagerly expecting to find a massive treasure. But as they looked inside, their excitement turned to horror and disbelief. There was no lump of gold. There was no treasure at all. The inside of the goose was just like any other goose. In their foolish haste to get everything at once, they had destroyed the very thing that was making them rich. From that day on, of course, there were no more golden eggs. Not one. They were left with nothing but their regret. They had lost their steady income and their miraculous goose, all because of their greed. They had learned a hard and bitter lesson. The story of the goose with the golden eggs teaches us a powerful moral. Those who have plenty but greedily grasp for more often lose everything they have. It's a timeless reminder to appreciate the blessings we have, rather than sacrificing them for the empty promise of getting rich quick. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic fables. See you next time.